Hey guys, this is Jamie. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here because I'm doing something new today, stay, subscribe, like, and if you have seen my face before, same. So anyway, today I wanted to talk about makeup, and in general, I kind of ruffled for a few topics, and I realized that I could just sit and rate Drag Race makeup because I love makeup. I love it to the extent that when I see people using makeup on Drag Race, I can identify the products and etc. Anyway, like when they're doing them just from like the packaging and stuff, sometimes I can look at the person's makeup and guess even like lipstick brand and etc. But enough about that. Let's talk makeup. So I was thinking, what should I rate for the first time in general in this video? So I figured that I'll do the runway looks because, well, the mini challenges don't really show much makeup. They do show it very speedily, and I do have to point out that I enjoyed Deja's speedy makeup, and I think it was much more flattering than her usual. Anyway, going to the topic of Deja Sky since we started. So I wanted to say that her makeup techniques to me look a lot like Patrick Starr's. So I have nothing against Patrick. I always loved Patrick, but it does feel a bit repetitive to me. So even though obviously there are differences in their makeup, like for instance, Deja does a lot of white powder, I feel like she bakes and she doesn't really properly remove the powder afterwards. So I do have a big issue that she has like this white cast here. When it comes to the rest of it, I feel like, so you've got this white cast here, and then you have her actual color, contour, brows, and everything. And it's not bad. Even on her Holy Fashion Runway, it wasn't that bad. But the white cast, I understand if it's like a creative idea to do it maybe once, but even then she should really tone it down to make it a bit closer, or if she wants to highlight it even more, it has to be less powder looking, you know? So I did enjoy it, but I'm really tired of her makeup technique. And I know I'm not discussing outfits, but her outfits are also Patrick Star-esque. So, but at the same time, when you look at the world of drag, and in general makeup, everyone uses the same techniques, and those techniques seep onto people who don't do drag and do their makeup. So obviously drag influenced a lot of makeup, and this is why I find it really interesting to talk about it here. So in general, Deja Sky's makeup, it wasn't bad, it wasn't good. I could just forget about it, and that's it. Like pure zero, like indifference. Okay, then we have Jasmine Kennedy. When she walked out, I was like, oh my god, that is stunning. When it comes to Jasmine Kennedy makeup, I wish she could put like her makeup talents into other places, like knowing when to stop talking as much. But I do understand even though she's not my favorite queen and she gets on my nerves quite often, her makeup, for instance, for the Holy Runway look, it was pretty good. Like, I understand that it's quite simplistic. Like, she's just doing pretty much a very, very dramatic eyeshadow with the overline here, which we've seen 1,000 times. But it's effective for her outfit. It was effective for her first dress. It was effective for the reveal afterwards. So it was very, very good and effective. So in general, I quite enjoyed it. Then we have Angeria. Okay, so I started off with not really liking Angeria because when I hear pageant queens, I feel like I do understand that a lot of effort obviously goes into it, but I don't know, I didn't quite enjoy her as much. And as much as it went, I saw that her makeup is actually quite interesting. It's quite well done, and in general, she's a really good queen. So when it comes to her makeup, I can see that she really likes to contour her nose up to her brows, which is an absolute valid drag decision. Um, but I do feel like she does very harsh nose contouring. And this is just my personal opinion, which she should not take. This is not a criticism. It's more like it's an interesting way for her to accentuate her face. And for instance, she does bake a lot. Obviously, all drag queens bake at this point because everyone goes through the same techniques, like blocking the brows, baking, contouring, cream contour. They go for a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot of layers, you know? You see it on the show, you see it in tutorials, you see it everywhere, really. So when it comes to Angeria's look, I feel like it was really good. It was really well executed. It was, well, as expected. It's it's matched her dress. It wasn't something super showstopping when it comes to makeup terms. It didn't blow me away, but it was really, really good. So I liked it. I really liked it. Then we have Willow Pill. Okay, so I'm a fan of Willow Pill this season, and I really like how she went with the fungus, with the red exaggeration, the white, and in general, obviously, when you're doing creative makeup, you will stand out. And this is a creative makeup which accentuates the outfit, is a part of the outfit. And in general, looks really fun, specifically that she decided to accent the areas here, which like a lot of people try to whiten down or darken, basically to show the redness. Bye bye. I'm sorry. So basically, I did enjoy her makeup. And I found it interesting that she was exaggerating her face specifically here. And even when they were showing them doing it, I was already interested. Like, why are you doing red over there? Like, that's the space which you don't want to be red. So I really liked it. Then I'm gonna take Diabetes makeup. Okay, so before I start anything, I have been a huge fan of Diabetes ever since she walked in. I love her makeup. Like, I feel like people are blind when they compare her makeup to Crystal's because I also like Crystal and their makeup is very, very different. And I feel like the pressure on Diabetes to do different makeup when she already brings all these insanely creative looks is not what people should be focusing on, because she makes good references, she makes good looks, and the reference which she did was to Lady Gaga's Judas video was great. Like, just making the bride shirt was unfortunate that she fell down, but she still brought it. So that how Lady Gaga did it, I'm sure everyone remembers. You know, if you have a little bit of Lady Gaga which you liked, you should have surely seen the Judas video. So in the Judas video, she has pretty much like those lines which Daya has. She has the accentuated beauty spot. She didn't do the brows from what I understand, and she did pull the the eyeliner a bit more, which is a lot of drag queens do, obviously, to accentuate the eyes. So she did with a bit of a drag spin, but in general, it was quite a carbon copy, and I still enjoyed it, and I love her. So yeah. Okay, next. Next we have George's. I personally really don't like George's. Like, makeup, dancing, anything, I just hate her up front. But I will be just on her makeup. So she also does the thing which Daya does. Not Daya, sorry. She also does the white thing under her eyes, which Deja does. It's not as extreme as Deja's, for instance, but I do want to say that it wasn't bad. If someone were to show me her just like, hey, rate this makeup, I'd be like, yeah, well, usual lady makeup on the runway, you know? I just don't like her, so I'm really trying to be as unbiased as possible. Um, no, it's an effective makeup look, but it's just there's nothing special about it. It's not very coherent with the outfit. It's not coherent with the person. Anyway, then we have another favorite of mine, which is Lady Camden. So I'm personally not a fan of the Spice Girls. My girl group was Sugar Babes. Let's get that clear. So when she walked out, obviously I noticed that the main reference was Baby Spice. And then I started looking. Well, Baby Spice had these really big cheeks, and the blush was focused on here, which was something they did back in the 90s, the Spice Girls did. So obviously you have a photo here. And when it comes, and on the first photo, which I found, you couldn't see the blush, and then you could see that she pretty much just harshened her contour and the blush area, which is a nod, but I do feel like if she wanted to do more Baby Spice or Spice Girls, she should have gone for the full 90s look. But in this case, we got much more Lady Camden in Baby Spice Girls clothing. But the makeup was cute. I do feel like, also another thing, I do not like fake eyelashes like on myself. And I just do not like them in general. But I do feel like they were a bit heavy when she could have gotten a bit lighter for Baby Spice. Specifically if she was going for Baby Spice. Now, last but not least is Bosko. Okay, I am not a fan of the brows. I have never been a fan of the Bosko brows. I know that she has them as a signature look from what I understand, but they're so plain. It's like, I don't know, I just don't like them. So every time when I look at her, I see those brows and I don't even remember the makeup. I just remember that the brows are the same. And I do understand that everyone has different techniques of drawing brows and etc. I just feel like it's too distracting for me in a way that, because I don't like the brows and they're the main focus, they're the main trait of the face in this case, I just forget about the makeup. So when I look at Bosko's makeup, I'm just like right now, I'm just analyzing them like, well, there's the brows, everything else is plain from what I see, so that's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed this video where I talk about the makeup. I can try to go more in depth with the techniques, and in general I had quite a lot of fun doing this, other than searching for the footage, which is a pain in the ass. So if I had to choose whose makeup I enjoyed the most this week, I'd probably say my top 3 were Jasmine, Willow, and Daya. If to put them in particular order, I guess Willow, Daya, Jasmine. I still feel like Jasmine has a lot more makeup to show us, and in general, she's a good makeup artist. Willow, absolutely insane makeup artist as well. Daya Betty, stunning, everything, brings the makeup to every time to like 1,000. And I really enjoy Angeria, just like to say a bit more. In general, the makeup wasn't that bad this week. I was expecting kind of worse when I thought I'd sit down to analyze. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. If you're new, again, I'm just a guy in makeup, and I enjoy makeup. That's pretty much it. Okay, thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please tell me, and I will continue these type of videos because I really enjoyed them. And thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. Subscribe and like.